Hi, HC, the irresponsible reader here, and hopefully I don't look like I'm reading some sort of uh, note that some captors are forcing me to read while they hold something, a weapon against me on camera. I just want to make sure I cover all the bases here. Uh, anyway, this is self-published author appreciation week, as anyone who's looked at my site for more than 10 seconds this week knows. And one of the things I've always appreciated about these authors is the way that they have to put their non-creative brains to work as well. They have to find and hire editors, cover designers, cover artists, work with layout and whatnot. I don't know it all. They have to think about strategies for advertising, what events to attend, how to make themselves memorable with these things. Do they give away swag? Do they do bookmarks? Do they do stickers? I don't know. Everything. And they have to strategize about releases, publishing schedules, and so on and so on and so forth. And there are probably a lot of things along those lines I haven't even thought of because I'm not one of them. I've never done that kind of thing. So we got a taste of some of that in the chat I had with Michael Michel a couple of months ago. Um, I brushed up against this in some Q&As I did back in 2023 for Self-Published Authors Appreciation Week. And so I wanted to dip my toe back into that area this year too. These videos are designed to be quick looks at what go on to the business side of publishing. And yes, I'm using air quotes, which I find really annoying. Sorry. Um, I have some thoughts about how I want to go deeper with this next year, excuse me. But I want to keep this short and sweet, and we did that for the most part. Um, but I want to keep exploring this idea because while this week we are appreciating these self-published authors primarily for their creative output, as I think that most of them want to be appreciated for, and that's why we do this. But also, we should appreciate them for their so-called left brain efforts as well. And so here, for your hopeful viewing enjoyment, is one of my quick chats along those lines. Thanks for watching, and here we go. Okay, hey, we're recording. Welcome back to this little series on the business side of self-publishing. And like I said, at least one other time, hopefully I've recorded an introduction to this so we can just dive in to this. Vanessa, would you introduce yourself? Tell the folks about your work in general, the Dragon Next Door in particular, because that just came out. And then, hey, while you're at it, talk about your Nebula.
Hi, sure. Yeah. So I'm Vanessa Ricci-Thode. My pronouns are she, they. I live in Waterloo, Ontario, near Toronto. I write queer fantasy, mostly with dragons in it. And yeah, I am the first self-published author to win a Nebula Award. So that's kind of cool. um,
Indeed.
my new book out is called The Dragon Next Door. It's a sapphic ace romantasy with a baby dragon in it. Super cute. It's been well received so far. I'm really happy about that.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask. It's been out like, what, a month now? So things are going okay with it?
Yeah, it's been going pretty good so far.
All right, cool. And yeah, I think if I was the first self pub author to you know um, get a Nebula, I'd have it tattooed right here. Bring it up as often
Yeah,
as you can,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, just a second, I'll grab it and show
Cool.
it to you.
Oh, hey, yeah, definitely. Oh, that's pretty. That's very cool looking. I think I lost your audio, but no.
Back now.
There we go. Okay.
Okay,
That was very nice to look at, though. Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Apparently all of the awards are different this year. They picked different stones for everybody's award, so they're all individual, which is
Oh,
really cool.
that is. That
Yeah.
is. And that was for the necromancers, and I just forgot the rest of the title.
Yeah, so it's a middle grade fantasy called The Young Necromancer's Guide to Ghosts. It's about a 12-year-old
Yeah.
wizard who can see ghosts, and nobody but her sister believes her because nobody else can see ghosts where they live.
Sure.
Yeah, so she ends up going on this big adventure across the world with her sister. She makes friends with a dragon and a ghost because, she can talk to ghosts. Why not?
Right.
Um, yeah,
I will make friends with them. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Okay. Now let's get down to business.
Sure.
All right. So, do you have a day job, or are you like, is this your sole gig?
So I'm a parent and I'm disabled, so don't really have a day job if I want to write. I can work normal, super part
Hmm.
time, or I can do this. I can't do
Okay.
both.
Right. All right. Okay. So then, how much time a week do you get to spend not parenting and just focusing on the writing?
On actual writing, I'm a binge writer, so that's really hard to answer because
Oh, okay.
I will set aside a month or so ish and hammer out a
Hmm.
draft and then spend a lot of time tweaking it afterwards. And there's a lot of like thinky time in the lead up to me actually drafting. I do a lot of
Sure.
outlining. Um, and it really depends right now. I feel like I don't have any time at all for much of anything except promotion. I just ran a
Mhm.
Kickstarter. I had a new book come out, and surprise, I won a Nebula Award. So all of those things have required a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so the promotion side of things has taken up a lot of my time. When I do write, usually a couple hours a day, often in the evening after my daughter's gone to bed and things have calmed down. Of course, my
Hmm.
daughter's a teen now and she's starting to go to bed later than I am. So I'm having to like sort of readjust when I do my writing.
Yes. Yes. I would think so. I would think so. So then, okay. On a typical week, or average things out, how much time do you have to spend with the promotion kind of stuff, the social media, or the admin stuff? Finding a cover artist, paying them, figuring
Yeah.
out how to do a Kickstarter. That, for example, I know that's a lot
Yes.
of work.
Yeah, I feel like it's all of them, but it's probably not. It's just I hate it so much
Hmm.
that it like emotionally takes a lot more time than it actually does. Um,
Yeah,
so it's probably like an hour or two a day, but it feels like it's like 12 hours a day.
sure, that makes sense.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think it's actually a lot of time. And then I can be a real perfectionist about things, so I will spend a lot of time tweaking things on Canva, even though like it's Canva. Come on.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Alrighty. So, okay. Um, so I asked you to do some back of the napkin math. How much do you say you make an hour at this writer slash publisher gig?
um, it it's probably like 0.00000001 cent an hour.
All
Um,
right. Okay. All right. So you're clearly in this for the money. Um, are you making any kind of profit at all
this year I might.
this year? You might.
This
And
might
how
this might
long?
be the
How long have you been
first
at
year I
this?
do. Uh, my first book came out in 2013, but I took a long break, so I came back to it in 2023.
Okay. But so yeah. So this year you might.
Yes.
Okay.
This year I might,
All
yes.
right.
And mostly because I do a lot of hand selling.
Mm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
yeah, so I'm very extroverted, and I do a lot of just markets and cons and Ren fairs and Pride of festivals and that sort of thing. And
Sure.
so I make a lot of money selling books in person, which is not something most people do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, my ebook sales, I had a fantastic month last month because of the Nebula Award and a new release that got some attention.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, my ebook sales are usually pretty terrible.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't do Amazon ads. I don't do Facebook ads. So mostly any advertising I get is really just me promoting it on social media.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, oh shoot, I forgot. What are my titles? Oh, I'm so bad at these. So, what is it that motivates you to keep going in this?
The glib answer is I'm terrible at everything else.
Okay.
There's literally nothing else I'm good at. Um, so there's that.
Hmm.
Sometimes I get really frustrated. I'm like, I need to quit. And then I'm like, but what else would I do? And
Right.
no answer has come to me. So I'm still doing this. Um, I also keep doing it because sometimes I like it. I've been enjoying it less recently with a lot of the pressure that comes with trying to make sales. And, you know,
Sure.
I've been trying a lot of different things, even though I'm not doing ads. I am doing a lot of other things, paid newsletter promotions and those sort of things. And when that
Hmm.
doesn't work, it gets really frustrating. And then I start to feel like, why bother? Why am I doing this? Nobody's reading my books. Um, the last month or so has been much better in that regard. People have been reading my books. So it feels a little more like, okay, um, people are reading my books. People are enjoying my books. People are telling me, oh, when's the sequel to this one? And oh, a new book came out, hooray. And
Yeah.
that feels really nice. So it's good to know that people are reading my books and enjoying them, that it's making a difference. I've had people tell me, you know, this book got me through a rough patch. Thank you so much for writing it. And that
There you
helps
go. Yeah.
tremendously. Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Along those lines, since you wrote the middle grade book, have there been a good response from middle graders?
Um, I don't have a lot of contact with middle graders other than the one I raised.
Sure.
But there seems to be, mostly it's the teachers that I know,
Oh,
because
okay.
I have
Hmm.
a child, who have been excited about it. That one has, I honestly, mostly, I wrote it for my daughter. And because I sell books at a lot of family friendly events, there have been a lot of kids who come to my table, ooh, dragon books, and then all the books for adults. So
Yeah.
a large reason why I wrote this book was to have something for that age range, to be
Hmm.
able to sell them at events, and you know, to get fans at a young age, because that's when people start reading, is when they're kids. Um, and so mostly I've been doing hand selling with that one, and not a lot of
Hmm.
anything else. And it's always parents buying it. So I've only had one kid who has read it and been excited, who wasn't like a family member that I've met
Hmm.
so far.
Okay.
Um, but that one is also like, I'm just very recently starting to go into schools to talk about it, because generally I'm an adult writer. I don't really
Yeah.
write for kids. It's a whole different
Hmm.
thing. It's really hard writing for kids. Um,
I think
so
so. As someone who reads
yeah,
them. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's very different. It's a very different mindset. There's a lot of different things going on. So like, I've been reading a lot of middle grade to my kid, and because of my kid, and she actually read the book for me. So I had, you know, a first reader in that age range to say
Hmm.
whether or not, you know, yeah, this is great, or what the heck are you doing? Because, you know, kids are honest, especially to their parents.
Yes. Yeah.
um, so that was a big help. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would have known what I was doing and wouldn't have tried.
Hmm.
But I had been reading a lot of really recent middle grade stuff. There's so much good middle grade going on right now. I'm very jealous, because there wasn't as much when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Um, um, that was further back for me, I'm thinking. But yeah, so I know what you're feeling. Um, but hopefully, as you return to some of these festivals or events and stuff like that, you can run into some of the kids who bought or had the parents buy the book for you. Um,
Hmm.
I know a local middle grade author, and that's her favorite thing is that like there's some kid who she met 6 months ago who you know is asking her where the sequel is.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. I did have one parent reach out to me online and
mhm.
say, okay, my kid devoured your book. They stayed up till 11, you know, reading it. They super love it. When's the sequel? And me having to be like, I don't think I'm writing a sequel. I'm so
Oh
sorry.
no!
Yeah. I planned it to just be like just the one book. It
Hmm.
is set in the wider world of my Fireborn series, and some of the characters from Dragon Next Door are in fact in the Young Necromancer's Guide to Ghosts. Um, so there is the potential that I might bring some of those characters back in something else, but it wouldn't be middle grade anymore. It would probably be like later on in these characters' futures, when they're
Sure.
teens or older.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so that's your motivation. Uh, does your husband, your kid, are your friends, are they on board with you continuing on this, given the huge amounts of money you're bringing in? I mean, who wouldn't be? But
Yes. Yeah. Thankfully, my spouse is in tech, so we don't have to worry about the fact that I make
uh-huh,
negative dollars.
sure.
Um, yeah. Um, and my kid, she's, I think she thinks it's cool, but she won't tell me that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Of
it's
course
just,
not.
when you grow up and your parent is doing a certain thing, it, like even if it's something that other kids would be like, "Wow, that's cool," she's unimpressed by it. So
Right. By law,
it's like,
I think.
this is, I mean, that's just your day job.
Mhm.
Why would I be interested in your day job? It's like if you
Yeah.
were, a teacher, which, I don't know, teachers are pretty cool, but kids.
Quiet. Not you. I don't know if you can hear the dog.
I can hear the dog, yes.
Okay. Hush. Nothing.
Someone's got opinions.
Yes. Something horrible is going on outside, I'm sure. Okay. So, well, there we go. You're in this for the encouragement, and obviously, or sometimes you like it. Sometimes,
Yes.
yeah, not one of these in for the money. And that I know there are self-published authors out there who are in it for the money and are doing really well, and
Yes.
that
Yes.
is that's great. I'm happy for them, but I
Yes.
think as part of self-published author appreciation week, it's great to hear that these authors like you are doing it because it's what they want to do,
Yeah.
and not.
Yeah. I do know some of the authors who are in it for the money, and I look at
Mhm.
what they do and the work that goes into, like, the not writing work that goes into it, and I'm already like, what I'm doing is a tiny fraction of what they're doing, and I hate it so much.
Right.
Um, so
Mhm.
I am in awe of these people who, are raking in the money because they've either, they're on TikTok and they've learned how to game TikTok. I can't
Mhm.
TikTok. I'm never gonna TikTok.
Sure.
Um, or they figured out how to work ads. And I'm just like, I look at it and my brain melts. And so I am in awe of
Mhm.
them. Sometimes I wish that I could be a little bit better at that sort of thing, because it would be nice to, not make negative dollars at this.
Right.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. No, obviously, yeah. It'd be nice to get, if nothing else, just to um, a little bit of something. Buy yourself a book every now and then, or something with the proceeds. But hey,
Yeah.
yeah, glorified hobby, you know, that works too. Um, I saw some, uh, I saw some meme or something the other day about like the average adult American spends $256 a year on their hobbies. And 250.
That's
Yeah,
it?
okay.
Wow.
That's they're not readers, obviously.
Yeah,
Um,
no kidding. I'm like,
or
that's like, I
or
don't
or,
know, a month.
or writers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
okay. Yeah. So um. All right. So anyway, this is part of the stuff that I like. When I think about self-published authors, this is what I appreciate, that you're out there doing it because of your affection, or your love for the storytelling, for the work. Because you know it ain't about the glitz and glam. You're not Richard Castle, um, at least not yet.
Not yet. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe
Sure.
it
Yeah.
would be great to, some translation rights, some movie deals. That'd be
There you
fantastic.
go. There you go.
Apple series. I don't know. Any of that stuff would be fantastic. They just remade How to Train Your Dragon, and I'm like, I've got a whole series that's kind of like How to Train Your Dragon, but with magic.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
They just keep
Why not?
remaking stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Try something new. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Well, thank
Um,
you.
um, folks, the links to websites and social medias and stuff like that will be in the comments down below. Also, Vanessa's contribution to the Spreading the Love post has gone up earlier today, so make sure you check that out because she's got some good stuff there. And that's it. Thanks a lot. Appreciate your time. And,
Thanks so much for having me. This was fun.
oh, good. Okay, and we're done recording. And